Erin and I do not live near each other. We are in the same city, but we are on opposite ends of the city. What I want to know is, do you have any farmers markets down by you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you go to them?
No, it's just a timing thing. I really want to go right now because peas are in season. And
Mm-hmm.
my favorite thing to get at the farmer's market at this time of year is peas in the pod that
Yeah,
I
right.
just eat
That you
raw.
shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you eat the skin on them too? Is that what it's called? The peel?
No, only
Oh,
sugar snap peas. You don't eat regular pea pods like
you
that.
do.
They're so fibrous.
No, 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 no. So haven't you ever seen that you snap it and then you pull the clear part off and then it tastes like a snap pea? Like you have to break the pea open and then
You
you just
eat radishes. I do not trust you. I do not trust your taste buds.
listen, if you love peas and you like a snap pea where you can eat the whole thing, I'm telling you, it's just one extra step to eat the whole shell that that pea came in. Why are you
Okay.
making a face? This is a thing.
I believe you that it's a thing. I just believe that there's a lot of chewing involved because it's going to take a long time to get all that fiber down.
It's not true. I know that you've done it in the past, obviously, and you've left that piece on and it's chewy. You can't chew it. You can't even chew it. Like you would be chewing for 3 days. If that actually went into your system, I don't even know what it would do in your intestines. If you took that part off, it's delicious. How do you not know this?
I don't know. Back to you in farmers markets though, because I totally derailed us
No,
once
but
again.
that's all. I'm just was wondering if you went to a farmer's market. We have one up here that I love, but nobody will go with me.
Oh, well, I can take the ring road. I'll come. It's only 20 minutes on the ring road.
And ours is only like on Sundays and it only runs while the weather's nice, which is a very few short amount of months that are in our city. So I love going and I'm angry that it's not cheap, but I still love that it's just a fun atmosphere. And I like to do all your taste testings that you have, your little sample cups.
But I think the reason you love it is because do you remember when we went to visit the Netherlands and we
Yes.
went to that farmer's market, that with the stroop waffles and the cheeses?
Oh, do you remember that you went to the same stall twice? We had to go find it again because you can't have one dessert when there's two available.
I had never tasted anything like it in my life. And
Yeah.
I have still, even though I recreate them,
Mhm.
about once a month on Sunday mornings, I still have never recreated quite that experience.
Yeah.
So I think if I go to the farmer's market with you, it's not going to be quite the same experience, but we can pretend.
And I promise there is definitely like a dessert. It's not as going to be as good, but I will absolutely, if you will make the trip to come and go to the farmer's market with me, I shall treat you to a dessert. Okay, Erin Skye Kelly, please come.
Two, two.
Right, too.
Hi, I just found your podcast and was on a little road trip and binge listened to everything. My question is, I just got a consolidation loan. The money just hit my account today, but what you have been saying is paying the minimums and paying the other cards down. What do you recommend in this situation once you've consolidated?
Camille, I have so many questions about this consolidation loan, but I know right now Carrie has so many questions about what road snacks you're having on that road trip.
Yes, do you have snap peas?
I want to know if you're eating beef jerky. That's what I would eat. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to aggressively pay that consolidation loan down like your life depended on it. The very first thing you're going to do, though, is you're going to make sure you're not using the sources of credit that are now paid off. That's the mistake most people make, is they consolidate, let's say, a credit card, line of credit, or whatever, into a consolidation loan, and it has a $0 balance. Now they've got this loan that feels like it's over here. It's not really affecting their daily spending, and they've got these habits that were requiring them to use the credit card before, and now they rack it back up. That's the reason we don't want to consolidate, because most people have not built the money muscles or the discipline to not use credit as a form of spending. So you're going to stop doing that. And when I say stop doing it, I need you to commit to at least a year. I would love it to be 18 months of not using that credit card, just so that we can make sure we don't end up back in this situation and we can increase your net worth. If we're trying to pay down that consolidation loan and we're using credit for our spending, we're not getting any further ahead.
Mhm.
So I don't know the amounts of your consolidation loan, but what I would do is, if it were me, I would divide it all up as if I hadn't consolidated. So let's imagine that it's a $20,000 consolidation loan. Let's say there's 6,000 that was a credit card, 10,000 that was a line of credit, and 4,000 that was a vehicle loan, for example. The number that I need to know is what this consolidation has freed up in my budget. Now, I know it actually hasn't helped you pay off debt because I know that this consolidation loan has now been amortized in a certain way, or the interest has been compounded a certain way. So it's actually not getting you out of debt faster. But what can get you out of debt faster now that you have the consolidation loan is your habits and your behaviors. Let's say, for example, your $20,000 consolidation loan now comes with a $500 a month payment. So you don't have 3 payments anymore, one for a credit card, one for a line of credit, one for a vehicle loan. Let's imagine you have one $500 payment. And let's say that that's freeing up another $400 in your budget. You're going to just make the $500 payment as you would. That's already in your spending plan. That's already in your budget because now that's what you've committed to. But it frees up another $400. I'm going to now make a big fat chart with 15 squares on it. And inside each of those squares, I'm going to write the number 400. And that's going to represent that $6,000 credit card. 15 payments of $400 equals $6,000 roughly. I know there's interest and whatever in there, but I'm just using simple numbers for the sake of this illustration because some of you are driving, some of you are on the treadmill, some of you are on the toilet. You don't have time to run this through your calculator. You're busy doing other things. So every time I make an additional $400 payment, I'm going to color in one square until that $6,000 credit card is mentally paid off, even though it's still part of that consolidation loan. And I'm going to continue to do that. And then once I've finished that, I'm going to do the same for the $10,000 line of credit. I'm going to make some sort of chart with 25 squares in it this time. And every time I pay an additional $400 on it, for example, I'm going to color in a square. Now it's going to go down so much faster than that because some of the money that you're paying in that $500 payment on that consolidation loan is going to decrease the balance. Not a lot, because you probably got ripped off because most consolidation loans technically are a little bit of a ripoff, but I don't know, Camille, maybe you have some sort of magic consolidation loan with some magic numbers that I don't know about. And so I can't make that assumption necessarily today. Do you want more? I know you do. Why wouldn't you want more?
More what? What do I want more of?
More of this. Come hang out in the online course for Get the Hell Out of Debt. The link is in the description. You just got to click it, sign up, and we'll see you in there. Anything now over and above that $400 and that $500 that you're paying, you're going to still squeeze and try and hammer this $20,000 loan as soon as possible. We want this gone ASAP because the thing that this has prevented you from doing, I know that it feels like you've paid off debt. All it did was move it around, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like brushing your teeth while eating Oreos. You're just moving it around.
Yeah.
You're not actually getting anywhere. But what you want to do is make sure that you are getting somewhere by incorporating new behaviors now that will allow you to squeeze the budget, come up with extra money, do whatever you can to pay it off as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think everybody wants an easy fix when we're so far gone into debt. So we see the ads for these consolidation loans, but it's so important to just realize that it's not fixing things. All it's doing is making it one payment instead of multiple payments, but it's just moving the debt. It's not getting rid of it at all.
And in some cases, when you look at that number we always teach inside the Get the Hell Out of Debt online program, which is the total cost of borrowing. Everybody say it with me. Total
cost of borrowing.
Side note, I see those TikToks and those Instagrams with those young girls who do their outfit of the day or OOTD and they stand in front, t-shirt with cargo pants, t-shirt with cargo pants. And the next person stands in line and they're like, long pony with skirt, long pony with a skirt. And they repeat that chant. I would love to create those. I mean, I'm so uncool, it wouldn't work, but I would love to create those to be like, total cost of borrowing, total cost of borrowing.
You have to do it now.
My kids would be humiliated. Anyway, we teach you total cost of borrowing, which isn't necessarily about interest rate or payment. It's telling you how much money is actually coming out of your jeans at the end of the day, or how much money is coming out of your wallet at the end of the day. In case you're not wearing jeans, you're wearing cargo pants. Not wearing jeans, wearing cargo pants. Okay. So what you want to figure out though is inside of that consolidation loan, how often is this money being compounded? And now, what is this consolidation loan costing me? Not what is this consolidation loan saving me? What is it costing me? So these are 3 different trade lines. So a credit card line, a credit vehicle loan, and they each have their own total cost of borrowing with them. Might feel unmanageable right now, but maybe you were paying one of them down really fast. You just didn't realize it. And now maybe that vehicle loan, which was $4,000, which was going to take you, let's say, I don't know, 8 months to pay off, is now going to take you 12 months to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
Or 5 years to pay off. So now it's amortized over a much longer period of time, which means that the consolidation loan company is making more money off of that vehicle loan payment than the vehicle loan company was making. Nobody's doing this out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing it because they're profiting in some way. The reason we get you to track your net worth inside the Get the Hell Out of Debt program is also for this purpose. So what you were focused on before when you were trying to get rid of that debt was you were focused on the debt. The consolidation loan seemed like an answer for the debt. But because when we say you're just moving it around, it means that you probably weren't tracking your net worth. And that's why we think it's so important that you do that. The whole time you're in debt inside the Get the Hell Out of Debt program, we want you tracking net worth because we want to train your brain to focus on making that net worth go up.
Mm-hmm.
Then any decisions that you're making, whether they involve debt or they involve buying assets, as long as they're making your net worth go up steadily and in a compounding fashion, sometimes it's quite accelerated. It can be exponential. It doesn't look like a lot in the beginning, but as money compounds and you start earning interest on interest on interest, your net worth can rapidly increase. So we want you focused on that. And what that does is it makes sure that now you're not going to use the credit card or the open available line of credit that you now have a $0 balance on, because if you're updating your net worth every week, you're going to see, oh gosh, if I use this credit card or if I use this line of credit, now my net worth is going down.
Right.
And I'm going in the wrong direction. So that will also help you make sure that this accidental consolidation that happened doesn't have to be a train wreck.
Listen, how do we somehow get algorithms to work for us so that when people Google consolidation loans, get the hell out of debt, pops up and is like, don't consolidate.
You mean SEO?
Whatever we need to do so that these poor people that are assuming that consolidation loans are going to be the solution to their problems see us first and come and listen to what you have to say about this and how it's not fixing the problem.
Might I remind you
Yeah.
that you and I do this out of the goodness of our heart. This
Right.
is our side quest, our side hobby. We do this because we love people and we care about them and we want them to do well. So you and I ain't over here making bank to invest in the ads that would be required to do that. Those consolidation loans, they're making a crap ton of money off of people. And so what you and I have to rely on is word of mouth, which thankfully we have a lot of word of mouth and we've been growing very fast. But unless you have a couple mil in the bank that you just want to blow on some ads to give it a whirl, I don't know that we're going to do that today.
I didn't want to do any ads. I just want an algorithm. The dark web. How do we get there?
No, wrong. Back it up. You're so innocent. It's so cute. It's
So cute.
I love that you barely even know how the internet works.
That's true. This is why I have you. I don't need to know because I have you. The bottom line is, Camille, we're so glad that you did find us, that you came here. This is a judgment-free zone, so it does not matter that you have done a consolidation loan.
And I love that you found this podcast and that you subscribed and liked and rated and reviewed it, which I don't know if you did. I'm just planting that seed, Camille. But we want to see you inside the Get the Hell Out of Debt online program. And the link for that is in the show notes. You just have to click it, fill out your email. We send prizes out to our people all the time. We send swag out. We do all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, we give you free financial literacy for life. And all you have to do to become a member of the community forever is just click the link in the show notes.